Ever felt like you were caught in a web of manipulation? Ouch, it stings. Manipulation is like a twisted form of abuse, and being exposed to it for too long can seriously mess with our mental and physical well-being. Of course, we want to avoid falling into that trap, but how can we tell if we're being manipulated? And what should we do if we find ourselves in that sticky situation? Well, let's dive right into it, my friend. Manipulators are like sneaky magicians, armed with a whole bag of tricks to make you dance to their tune. They've got a collection of strategies and tactics that would make Houdini proud. Dr. Lee Phillips, a wise psychotherapist, once said that spotting manipulation isn't always a walk in the park. In fact, it can be as subtle as a whisper. Sometimes these manipulators are so darn good at what they do that their tricks seem like an ordinary conversation. Sneaky, huh? So it's crucial to learn what manipulation looks like and how to unmask these master manipulators. One classic manipulation move is called gaslighting. Imagine this. You're chilling with your friends and suddenly one of them starts messing with your mind, making you doubt your own sanity. It's like they're creating an alternate universe just for you, leaving you questioning everything you once believed. Remember that intense scene in Pretty Little Liars where Ezra spun a whole new reality for Arya? Yeah, it's exactly like that. Dealing with a gaslighter can make you question your own existence too. These gaslighters often have their own set of manipulative phrases, giving away their game. Then we have the passive-aggressive tactic. Picture this. You share a cozy apartment with a roommate who, for some bizarre reason, never cleans their dishes. At first, you were kind enough to clean up after them, but now it's become a never-ending nightmare. Instead of directly addressing the issue and asking your roommate to clean up their own mess, a manipulator would take a more twisted approach. They might slyly comment, "Wow, looks like you had a marathon in the kitchen today," or, "Geez, I had plans to call my friends, but now I have to deal with this pile of dishes." Sneaky, huh? These statements don't outright express your frustration, but they drop subtle hints that you're not too pleased. And trust me, there are plenty of other mind games these manipulators like to play, such as giving you the cold shoulder, telling bold-faced lies, denying reality, or even using your deepest insecurities against you. Prepare to unleash your defense against those manipulative monsters. Spotting a manipulator is just the beginning, my friend. When their twisted tactics push you to the brink of feeling crazy or guilty, you need to strike back with some serious psychological power moves. Get ready for a crash course in manipulator defense. First up, let's talk boundaries. According to the wise words of Nedra Glover Tawwab, a licensed clinical social worker and therapist, it's time to let people know what's not working for you. Establishing boundaries is like putting up an electrified force field around your personal space. Think about it. What behavior grates on your nerves? How do you want to be treated? By clearly stating these things, you send a powerful message that manipulation won't fly in your orbit. Zap! Once you've set your boundaries, it's time to protect them like a boss. Learning to say no is a crucial skill in this battle. If you struggle with saying no and holding your ground, you might be trapped in the people-pleasing cycle. A 2015 study revealed that people-pleasing often stems from past trauma. Perhaps you grew up in a place where your feelings were brushed aside and neglected, leaving you terrified of other people's reactions. You definitely don't want to feel like a bad person for asserting yourself. That's where a therapist can swoop in to help you uncover and conquer your past trauma, gain confidence, and show those manipulators who's boss. It's time to put yourself front and center, my friend. Manipulators love making everything about themselves, but we're about to flip the script. Remind them that you're a bona fide human being with your own thoughts and feelings, and you won't let them dismiss that. Here's a terrific communication strategy called I statements to make your point crystal clear. These statements focus on your emotions, thoughts, and beliefs. Picture this. The manipulator tries to brush off your feelings by saying, "It's not a big deal." Well, you counter with an assertive, "I understand that you might not see it as a big deal, but I feel lousy about this situation, and I believe it's unfair." Boom. This type of communication is like a secret weapon used in relationship or family therapy, proven to reduce conflict and hostility. So, my friend, arm yourself with boundaries, say no with conviction, and wield those I statements like a pro. You're about to become a master manipulator defender, sending those sneaky manipulators running for cover. Get out there and reclaim your power, one assertive move at a time. Listen up, because I've got an important truth to drop on you. Despite what those manipulators might make you believe, you are not alone in this fight. You've got backup. Is there a trusted confidant in your life, a close friend, a family member who's got your back, or even a therapist or an online buddy you trust? If you're sensing some red flags and suspect you're dealing with a manipulator, it's time to make it known. Share your situation and ask for their opinion. If both of you agree that manipulation is at play, It might be time to put some distance between you and that person or seek advice from a mental health professional. It's all about having a support squad in your corner, my friend. Now let's talk about the aftermath. How do you cope when you discover you've been the victim of various forms of abuse? First and foremost, let me make this crystal clear. It is not your fault. Repeat after me, not your fault. When those manipulators set their sights on someone, they tend to go after trusting, loving, compassionate souls who may have a tough time establishing boundaries due to their kind-hearted nature. Kim Saeed, a wise narcissistic abuse recovery coach, can vouch for that. But here's the kicker. Manipulators often come from dysfunctional families or struggle with personality disorders, as the Mental Health Center of America reveals. It doesn't excuse their behavior, but it does show that you are not the cause of their twisted ways. So no self-blame, my friend. If all attempts to set boundaries or your attempts to have a heart-to-heart with the manipulator fail miserably, it's time to take drastic action. Go little or no contact. As licensed psychologist Kate Ballesteri wisely advises in a Mind Body Green article, if the other person keeps bulldozing your boundaries, going no contact may be a mighty useful strategy. Sometimes it's the only way to protect your sanity. And here's a secret weapon: working with a trauma-informed therapist. They'll help you navigate this treacherous terrain and make the decision that's right for you. You've got the power to reclaim your life, my friend. Remember, you're not alone. Seek support. Know it's not your fault. Set those boundaries, and when necessary, cut ties like a boss. The road to recovery may be bumpy, but with the right support and a strong mindset, you'll rise to victory. Keep your head held high and march forward with resilience and self-love. You've got this. Now you know how manipulation tactics look, how you can defend yourself, and also how to cope if you've been manipulated. Hopefully you feel confident enough to get your life back on track. Once you are able to recognize a manipulator from a mile away, they'll never be able to hurt you again. Stay strong, stay aware, and always trust your gut when something feels off. You've got this. If you found this video helpful, be sure to pop the subscribe button and watch more of our videos.